Beside this, other things can be tested. Other issues can be tested, such as meanings of words. Words can be given, and you are expected to supply another word that means the same as used in the passage, so that in a way that when we pull it out, we can couple another word back, and then the whole unit will still be intact semantically. That is the point we're making. So, because your understanding of a passage actually depends on the words, your understanding of the words and the way they are strung together. And that is why it is important for you to be able to supply a word that can fit into where the original word is taken from. So, meanings of words also are tested. Then another thing that sometimes are tested, is tested rather, is figurative language. This is tested because most times in passages, particularly narrative passages, you have figurative language used. And your overall understanding of a passage is dependent on your ability to understand figurative language. So you should be able to know this is the type of figure of speech that is used. So that sometimes is also tested. Then we also have tested grammar. Grammar can be tested. Whereas any passage that is written usually use grammatical components. You cannot write a passage without writing a sentence. And a sentence is a grammatical issue. And then within the sentence you have clauses, you have phrases. These are all components of writing a passage. So it's expected that you should be able to understand it. Your ability to understand the passage dependent on your ability to of knowing grammatical issues. On our website, we have taught topics on grammar. We have taught the grammatical unit, the phrase, the clause, and the sentence. So you can benefit yourself by going through those materials, and then you can use them even when you are tested in comprehension on grammar. At this point, we will now move on to the passage proper. As we're going to move on to the passage, I will read the passage, then we will take the questions. Now, what will happen at that point is this. We have a passage, and questions have been given to candidates, 4 candidates to be precise. So, I want to take you through how a passage is marked and what we look at for when questions are given to students. And funny enough, most people really do not comprehend what they read in totality. And again, sometimes messages are not passed across properly because of the communication problems. And comprehension is one part of communication issues. Has the receiver perceived the information correctly? This time written information. So we'll take the passage, and then these candidates will be samples for us. So each answer we will look at each answer of the candidate, and then we are going to see why the candidate got that correctly or got that wrong. And through that, I hope you will sharpen your comprehension ability.